We all know that our brain is the central part of the nervous system. If anything it gets affected in the brain, it confuses the whole system. So that to detect the earlier diseases in that, we are going to diagnose these diseases. In this we are taking the two categories. One is a brain tumor and another one is hydrocephalus. Brain tumor is nothing but an cumulative of diseases which will produce or multiplically produces the cells will multiplically produces. So this condition is termed here as brain tumor, and next one is hydrocephalus. It is nothing but excess of fluid that is being accumulated in the brain. That is, this condition is being here termed as hydrocephalus. We are going to diagnose these two diseases by using the image processing techniques. And the proposed method, we are going to use these three techniques for diagnosing these diseases. One is that thresholding technique for tumor and CSF segmentation. Another one is double morphological operation. And the third one is average intensity based decision for brain tumor. First, we will discuss about the thresholding technique. This is the flow chart which is explaining the whole method which comes under the thresholding technique. First one is that image acquisition. We are going to take the image which is being taken from the MRI scan. First step is image acquisition. After that is pre-processing. In the pre-processing step, we are going to strip the skull and we are going to take only the brain cells which we are going to diagnose. And next one is threshold selection. By setting a particular value as a threshold value, we are going to segment the brain images. After that is intensity calculation. If the calculated after this threshold selection, if the value comes as 0, we declare that as a normal brain, and if it is greater than 0, we declare that as an abnormal brain. After that, we will calculate the value. How much area is being affected by the tumor. And this is the image acquisition. This is an image for tumor affected image, and this is for hydrocephalus affected brain. This we are taking from the MRI scan. And pre-processing, as I said before, we are going to strip the skull alone. While taking from the MRI image, it will consist of both, outer part will consist of skull also. We are going to remove that skull part and we are going to have only the inner part of the brain cells. It is nothing but skull stripping is the process of segmenting brain from non-brain tissues. The skull is a non-brain tissue, so we are going to strip that and we are going to have only the brain cells. This comes under pre-processing. And next, this is for by using the morphological operator only, we are going to do the pre-processing, and by that we are going to get the skull stripped image. First is that input image will be given that we know the morphological operator such as erosion, dilation, closing and opening. This erosion will shrink the image and dilation will expand it. Opening is nothing but first dilation will be followed after the erosion, and closing is erosion will be followed first after the dilation. This is the morphological operators. After that we are going to follow the erosion operation, and by opening reconstruction, if an image or noise something is being present in the input image, by reconstruction we are going to recover from that. That is the process of reconstruction. After that we are going to follow dilation and thresholding. By comparing thresholding value in brain we have two lobes. One is left lobe and the next one is right lobe. By using histogram we are going to calculate the values, and threshold value will be set by differentiating of those peak values from the histogram. We are going to give this threshold value. After that only we are going to calculate. And erosion, I said before, it will shrink the data. We have studied in DIP already. We will consider a structuring element. Depending upon that only we are going to construct all those images. If we do erosion, it will shrink the image, and if we go for dilation, it will expand the images. And dilation and opening by reconstruction, it is with full of noises. We are going to reconstruct this image to somewhat it is being clear now, so that we are going for reconstruction operation. And thresholding, as I said before, we are going to give this value by using the histogram, and differentiating those peak values we will allocate this threshold value. After that we will go for segmentation, and final output we will get this. This is a binary image and it will be represented in zeros, ones. What are the parts we need? It will be in ones form, and which are the unnecessary part, it will be represented as zeros. And this is the skull stripped image. In the outer part, it will take the skull away and will consist of only the brain cells which we need for the diagnosis. And this is the output for skull stripped the brain image. This is an tumor affected. This is the area where tumor is affected. This area we call this as an CSF area. And this is for hydrocephalus image. And threshold selection, as I am being said before, we'll go for histogram calculation. And differentiating those peak values in the left lobe and right lobe, we'll set the threshold values. And segmentation, depending upon that value, we're going to segment the image of the CSF. And finally, we'll calculate the image. And depending on this volume calculation, it will say how far the area that is being affected by tumor or the hydrocephalus. And this is the output for thresholding technique. Here I have considered 200 as my threshold value. If it comes greater than 200, it will be represented as this is an tumor affected brain. And here I have considered the 2500, and if it comes this above the value of the threshold value, then it is CSF segment. It will consider only the center part, which is in CSF segmentation. And next we are comparing this one threshold technique. In this we are going to prove that thresholding technique is the easiest way comparing to the K-means and the FCM, that is fuzzy C-means. In the K-means we will consider only one cluster for calculating all those things, and FCM we will consider more than one. Comparing to these two techniques, the proposed method, it is nothing but threshold value. No? Here we are proving that the threshold technique is better than. Here we are, in FCM we are having this skull stripped image also, in K-means also we are having the skull. If we are considering these images while calculating the volume calculation, it will calculate the value for these things also. So we will not get a final output which is correct. If we are going for thresholding, here we are removing the skull, no? So here we will get only the tumor affected area, so that for us it is easier for calculating the value, where then tumor or hydrocephalus diseases is being affected in the brain. And this is the volume of brain tumors. Here we have considering FCM and K-means, and this is the thresholding value for the tumor and hydrocephalus affected brains. And next one is double morphological operation. By this also we are going to diagnose the tumor and brain tumor and hydrocephalus affected brains. By using this double morphological operation, first time if you are using all those morphological operator, first it will strip the skull images. Before we have seen how the pre-processing will extract only the skull. Like that here, first morphological operation, it will extract only the skull. And by using the second morphological operator, we can calculate all those volume for brain, tumor affected brain and hydrocephalus affected brain. This is for double morphological operation. Here we are in the this is the input image we are taking, and in the first morphological operation, it will remove the skull, and the next it will take the only part of area to which we need to calculate the volume. This is the operation of double morphological operators. And finally we are going to see the intensity based decision for tumor detection. This is the flow chart. First step is that image acquisition, which is we are taking from the MRI image, and next is pre-processing. In this we will strip the skulls. And next is that finding the central symmetrical axis. In the MRI images, if we haven't tilt in the images, we will not find the central portion of the brain. For that we are going to this step to find the central axis. For that only we can split the brain into left and right parts. For that identification of the central symmetrical axis, we are going to this step, and then splitting. Next we are going to split the left and right halves into two things. After that we are going to find the values. First, in the left side we will calculate the value, mean as M1, and the right side we will calculate that as an M2. And next is this flipping and subtracting. Flipping is nothing but we are going to subtract the mean values of left side of the brain and right side of the brain. If you take that M1 as mean in the left side and M2 as mean in the left side, right side, we are splitting these images. No? This is the right part of the brain and this is the left part of the brain. We cannot subtract these two things. As it is in symmetrical portion, this will be in this shape, and this will, without flipping this, we cannot subtract the values. For that we are going for this flipping operation. Flipping in right image, it will be rotated to the left side. So it will be also in the same structure of the left side brain. So for this we are going for flipping. After flipping, we are going to subtract these two values, the mean values of the left side brain and right side brain. After calculating the mean values, we are going to find which After flipping and subtracting, we will find the mean intensity. Here I have considered the mean to be an 15 value. If an value which is coming greater than 15, we will consider that as an tumor affected or hydrophilus affected brain. If it coming less than that, we will consider that as a normal brain. After this step, we are going for the classification. These are the steps. First we will acquire the image, and after that pre-processing for the skull stripping. And next we are finding the central axis of the brain. If there is a tilt in the image, we are going to find only the central axis. After that only we are going to split the images, brain into left and right sides. After that we are going to flip the images, and after we are performing the subtraction for the mean values. After getting the mean values, we are going to classify the image whether it is an tumor affected or hydrophilus affected brain. And here the future work, here I have considered only the few MRI images to conclude solidly. So many images have to be considered for calculating all these things. These are the reference papers I have referred for this. Mean values. So threshold value now, by using histogram we will classify the left and right side of the images. By histogram we will take the peak values. We will subtract that peak values of left side brain and right side brain, and we will come to a conclusion that difference between the peak of left and right, we will take that as in threshold values. Like that also for mean also we are taking that one, and finally we are fixing one value for the calculation. Certainly by the peak values of left and right side brains and subtracting by using histogram commands.
I have one doubt. Instead of subtracting that left side and right side after flipping, why can't we compare the gray levels?
If that is a possibility, we can do that also. We have only subtracted the values, ma'am. If it is a possibility for comparing the values, we can do that also.
Okay, in your thing, what modification you have to do when I want to compare? In that case, flipping is not needed, no? It will reduce the complexity of processing.
Comparing in the sense, if both the images are being in the same structure only, we can compare it, no ma'am, without going.
No, I am asking not the structure alone, I am asking the gray level comparison.
For that, we have to convert that into binary images and we can compare that one. If we are converting that to binary images, if the left side of the brain is not having the tumor cells and if right alone having, only it can say that it is having this part of the brain alone having the tumor cells. And next only we can go for that volume calculation and all. If we are flipping and subtracting that, in the mean value itself it will give the total amount, so that we can go. By using this, we can straight away calculate the volume of the tumor affected area.
Good.
From net I have taken all these images. We can take from the persons who are being affected by brain tumor or hydrocephalus. Here I have considered only two degenerative diseases. One is brain tumor and another one is hydrocephalus. If a person who is being affected by that, by taking those images, we can do it. Yes. Output will not vary.
Getting real images, then getting from net, those output will be.
One more doubt regarding that mean calculation. How you are fixing that mean value? How
By
it is
taking the
extracted?
histogram images, ma'am, the left for we are calculating for different types. One is left and right. By comparing the peak values of the histogram and subtracting those values, we are fixing that threshold value and mean value for the calculation.
That only you told that if it is below 50 means it is affected. Yes?
Below 50 means it is not
It's
affected.
not,
The value higher than the fixed value, it is being affected.
That fixed value, how you are calculating? There is one formula for that, I think so. Histogram equalization, that now you will be having one formula.
By reading these images, if you give an command as histogram equalization, it will generate a graph, ma'am. By using that values, we can compare and we can set the threshold value.
Any other techniques are available to make the brain tumor?
Before they have used k-means and physiologic means. But comparing to that, if you go for threshold method, it is an easier way of doing all those calculations. For that, we are going for this threshold calculation.
However, the technique is best compared to the only comparing.
Comparison only we have done.
The segmentation concept is involved in that. Segmentation.
CSF for that center part extraction, we are going for the segmentation.
Image segmentation. Whether the images you are taken or just with the paint images or real time images.
For calculation